Tanzania, for instance, in some of the tourism hubs. What are you doing as the embassy to ensure that your people are here, they are working, and their rights are being respected in their various workplaces?
Well, it's a tricky question some way, because not everybody comes in the formal way. Yeah. There are those who come through other means, and one has to find a way of how do they get incorporated into the system. I think instead of trying to chase them out, it might be a way, how do you incorporate them into, how do you give them legal documents so that they can be able to stay and so on. The unfortunate thing is most of the time we think that those who are coming from outside are taking people's jobs. But everywhere elsewhere I have been, I have seen a lot of things that have happened, that locals normally move forward into other jobs as the economy increases. The lower jobs are normally taken by others from the other countries, so it's not to be surprising.
Absolutely. I think that, what we're doing here is certainly making sure that there is a working relationship, a healthy working relationship between and bilaterally. And how do you see Kiswahili potentially being incorporated into South Africa, for instance? It being taught in schools. There were talks initially about Swahili as well as
Kiswahili.
No, Kiswahili, same thing, right? But other African languages also being taught in the country. Do you think that is something that will be incorporated soon, that we'll see happening?
Well, I think it has started to happen, because there are some schools already which have started teaching Kiswahili, especially from grade 4. We did the translations of Swahili books to be used from grade 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I think there is a start, and there is an agreement between the two governments on how to teach Swahili around South Africa. The only problem that might arise, or which normally arises, is who teaches the Swahili. Should Swahili be taught by people coming from Tanzania, or should the locals, the teachers, learn Swahili and teach Kiswahili? And I think what the South African government opted for was that we should empower the South African teachers who are already teaching African languages to be able to learn Swahili and teach it to their own students. I think that is the way to go.
...21-year-old Nomcebo Zuma being among the young maidens for Umhlanga and was introduced as Lipovela, which is a royal fiance. When are we going to see the wedding take place and so on?
That is what we are all looking forward to. The next step, of course, will be to pay Lobola to Lipovela and then move towards the official bringing of her to join members of the board and become and assume the official status of the Queen to His Majesty King Mswati III. And as a nation, we are so proud for the opportunity that we will have, that now we are linking with the Republic of South Africa and building bridges and relations on various levels of life.
That's Eswatini spokesperson Alpheus Nxumalo.
Africa Update with Lulu Kapu, 12 to 1 p.m. Central African Time. Whatever you want to hear about today's talk, you can only get it on the Upside. Every weekday, 2 to 5 p.m. Central African Time.
All right, 25 minutes after 3 Central African Time. We are still in conversation with Professor Katabaro Miti. And he is a Kiswahili specialist from the Tanzania diaspora in South Africa. This is the fun part, Professor. I'd like for you to teach me some some Swahili words, maybe a sentence, that you think is important to know when I am traveling to Tanzania or any other Swahili-speaking country.
Well, I think the best word you should know is habari, because you have to greet people.
Habari. So it's not jambo.
Jambo is normally a common word, but the proper word is habari, habari gani.
Habari gani.
Yes, how are you?
How are you? Okay. And is that how I would greet elders or just anyone?
The elders, you are supposed to say shikamo.
Shikamo.
Yes.
Okay. Shikamo, habari. All right.
Profesa Miti, turudi kwenye Kiswahili kwa sababu ndio siku husika na ndio maalumu katika kipindi hiki. Tunataka tufahamu jukumu la lugha ya Kiswahili katika siasa za Afrika.
Nadhani katika Afrika tunatumia lugha za kutoka nje ya Afrika. Kiingereza, Kifaransa, Kiportugizi. Lakini katika kuendeleza nchi zetu za Afrika ni lazima tuwe angalau na lugha moja ambayo inaweza ikatuunganisha. Ndio sababu ya hiyo ndio Kiswahili kimewekwa kwenye SADC conferences, kimewekwa kwenye AU conferences, kimewekwa kwenye United Nations conferences, kama kuonyesha kwamba na Waafrika na sisi tuna lugha zetu, sio lazima tutegemee lugha za nje za kigeni. Kwa hiyo ndio maalumu wake. Na hasa tunapotembeleana, kwa sababu tukikutana tunasalimiana kwenye lugha za kigeni. Sasa ni afadhali kuwa na lugha mojawapo ambayo tunaweza tukaieneza kusudi ilete umoja, kama ilivyoleta umoja katika Afrika ya Mashariki. Kiswahili kimetuunganisha vizuri sana. Kwa hiyo tukiwa na lugha ya kutuunganisha itatusaidia sana.
We was talking about the role in Kiswahili language in African politics. Is what the expert was explaining now.
Okay. We have run out of time for this conversation. Professor, thank you so much for joining us and imparting your expertise with us this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, that is Professor Katabaro Miti. And Professor is a Kiswahili specialist from the Tanzanian diaspora in South Africa. We are going to head on over to our business news, but before we do, we'd like to encourage you to just get in touch with us throughout our various conversations. The number to dial is +27 63 406 9126. On social media, you can catch us on X at Channel Africa 1, on TikTok at Channel Africa 1, and on Instagram at Channel Africa 1. This is a special broadcast where we are celebrating Heritage Month and profiling the various languages that we broadcast in on Channel Africa. And today is none other than Kiswahili. How do I say thank you? Asante. Asante. Asante, Professor. All right. It is 29 minutes after 3 Central African Time.
Business news on Channel Africa. The African perspective.
Thank you, Nompumelelo and Moji. Good afternoon. The South African Reserve Bank's Monetary Policy Committee has decided to cut the repo rate by 25 basis points. This in accordance to predictions by experts. Rates remain at their highest level in 15 years, and the repo now sitting at 8% and prime lending rate at 11.5%. This marks the first rate cut in 4 years. South Africa's Special Investigating Unit says it is currently investigating more than 100 law firms that have defrauded the Road Accident Fund, RAF. The unit briefed the Standing Committee on Public Accounts about the scale of wrongdoings by law practitioners when representing claimants for road accidents, among other issues. SIU lead investigator Leonard Ligeto.
The SIU is investigating 102 law firms, which includes the Sherehe, who received a duplicate equity amount of 340 million. The RAF and SIU has managed to recover some of the funds, and today the SIU has signed EOD to the value of 70.9 million, with actual cash recovery to date amounting to 41.5 million. The standing balance is on the total value of EOD continue to attract interest, as and when they are not paying, the interest go up.
The Tourism Business Council has called on patrons to visit establishments this tourism month and the festive season, all in efforts to help boost the South African economy. September marks Tourism Month in the country, driving expectations for an increase in tourism volumes and international arrivals going into the festive season. Inflation and successive interest hikes have led to a global cost of living crisis, negatively affecting the tourism and hospitality sector. The Tourism Council is hosting the 3rd Tourism Leadership Conference in the Northwest Province, and the organization's CEO Chifiwa Chivengwa says the sector is key to the creation of jobs and economic growth.
We're starting to see that our recovery is at a faster pace, and we're hoping to get to full recovery by the end of this year in terms of the international arrivals. Domestic, we've seen a lot of South African traveling. They're enjoying their country. In fact, we have surpassed the number of trips that we did pre-COVID. So domestic, we're doing very well. But again, we need to make sure that our domestic strategy, is robust, and South Africans, do know about their country and do travel their country. So we need to continue, and we need to make sure that, the deals that are out there, the specials that are being put out there in terms of the travel week, in terms of the summer campaigns, in terms of short-lived campaigns, we want to see those, bearing fruit.
5 months after its launch, Zimbabwe's new gold-backed currency, the ZiG, is facing pressure. Rising grain imports are draining foreign reserves, threatening the government's plan to make the ZiG the only currency by 2026. This marks Zimbabwe's 6th attempt at a stable currency in 15 years. The ZiG, introduced in April at 13.6 Zimbabwe gold per US dollar, has since lost nearly 80% of its value on the black market. Independent economist Prosper Chitambara says the sharp devaluation reflects a lack of confidence, with locals hesitant to fully embrace the new currency. The Bank of England capped interest rates at 5.0%, saying it will be careful about future cuts, and also held off from running down its bond holdings at a faster pace, avoiding extra budget strains for Finance Minister Rachel Reeves. The Monetary Policy Committee voted 8-1 to keep rates on hold. Only external member Swati Dingra voted for a further quarter-point rate cut after the BOE last month delivered its first reduction to borrowing costs since 2020. Taking a look at financial indicators this afternoon, $1 in Nigeria is at 1,000 naira 639. Botswana 13 pula 11. Kenya the dollar is at 127 shilling 973. Zambia 26 kwacha 44. BRICS countries, $1 in Brazil is at 5 real 47. Russia 92 rubles 24. India 83 rupees 71. China 71 8 cents. South Africa $1 is at 17 rand 55. $1 is trading at 75 pence to the British pound and 89 to the euro. Commodities, gold is at $2,588, platinum at $990 per ounce. The price of Brent crude oil at $74.39 a barrel. That is all for now. For any business stories you'd like to share with us, please send us an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za, or you can call us on +27 11 714 4459. For Channel Africa Business, I am Chandu Ligege.
Business news on Channel Africa. The African perspective. Let the Upside transport you from Cape to Cairo every weekday from 2 to 5 p.m. Central African Time.
It is 34 minutes after 3 Central African Time. Welcome back to The Upside. It is a special broadcast where we are speaking all things Kiswahili and all the offerings that Tanzania essentially has for us. And we've got a beautiful display of Tanzanian food, Tanzanian fashion. We're going to take our roving mic and head on over to Faradia, who is displaying some of her stuff here. And she's going to tell us exactly what it is that she brought with her. Faradia, good afternoon. No, I've been taught Habare Faradia. And thank you for joining us this afternoon. Tell us a little bit about what you have on display here today.
Faraja, tuonyeshe ulivyotuletea katika maonyesho haya, tueleze chakula kimoja kimoja, muhogo unauandaa vipi na kadha wa kadha.
Asante. Nitaanza kwa mboga za majani ambalo ni
Start with vegetable.
Ambalo ni tembele. Ili tembele wakati unataka kulipika inabidi unawe mikono yako alafu uandae maji pembeni. Kwa hiyo ukishanawa mikono yako unalichambua kwa hivi.
All right, so this is Faradia is showing us something that looks like kale. Ayam, what is this?
This is tembele. We call it tembele.
Okay.
So now she tried to explain how to started to make it. You started to wash your hands so that you can prepare it.
Hizi unaziweka pembeni, utakuwa na mfuko wako wa datsibini unaziweka pembeni, alafu unaweka kwenye chombo, unaziosha. Ukishaziosha, umeshaandaa mafuta yako ya kula, umeandaa nyanya, umeandaa karoti, umeandaa kitunguu.
All right.
Unazipika sasa. Yeah.
And unazipika kwa kutumia nini?
Unazipika kwa kutumia, umeshawasha jiko. Unaandaa sufuria yako. Unachukua mafuta, kitunguu, nyanya, karoti, chumvi kidogo. Kwa hiyo lemon kidogo. Kama utakuwa unaweza ukachanganya na nyama. Umeona, na nyanya chungu kama unayo, lakini bila hivyo unaweza ukapika hivyo na ukala vizuri. Ni mboga nzuri ya majani na pia inaongeza damu. Yes.
Is she telling us how to prepare it?
Yes,
Okay.
that you can make it with the onion and tomato, cooking oil, and then you can eat with either pap or anything
So it's
else.
like spinach?
Yeah, it's spinach. It's a
Okay.
vegetable actually.
Okay, all right. And what else? This looks like African
Sweet potato.
What is
Sweet
this?
potato.
Coconut.
Nazi unakuwa na kifaa cha kuvunja. Ukishakata hivi inakatika katikati. Kwa hiyo unaweza ukanywa maji yake pia ni mazuri, yanasafisha. Kama ni mwanamume kuna kitu inamuongezea, umeona. Lakini pia unakuwa na kibao, kwa hiyo Tanzania tunaita mbuzi. Unakaa unaikuna. Ukishaikuna unakuwa umechemsha maji yako ya vuguvugu, unaweka kwenye maji, unaikamua, una chombo pembeni ambacho ni cha kuichuja. Tui la kwanza unaliweka pembeni, tui la pili unaungia mboga yako. Unaweza ukaungia maharage, unaweza ukaungia samaki, unaweza ukaungia nyama ambayo umeikaanga kwanza, wali, ndizi. Ni chakula kizuri sana, lakini pia unaweza ukaitafuna. Yes.
You hear her?
I mean, I know she's
Any
telling you about
question?
coconuts, but what about coconuts?
Coconuts, as Tanzania and East African, we use on cooking in the food. You can cook in the beans. You can put coconuts through
In
the rice.
Yeah.
You can put on sweet potato. We can put on anything.
Okay. All right.
So she was telling us like how to prepare it, how to make it. First of all, you need to break up, and then we have our machine, our traditional machine, so that we make it, so that we can have a little bit of pieces, so that we can prepare with the warm water and all that, so to make it ready for using it.
So I'm very interested in the different beans that she's also got on display here. I see some black beans, and what do you typically, is it like for soup? What do you typically put the beans in?
Anataka kujua haya maharage yako yana rangi tofauti tofauti ni kwa ajili na nini, na kwa nini yana rangi tofauti?
Haya maharage yanakuwa na rangi tofauti kwa sababu sio aina moja. Kwa mfano hizi tunaita choroko. Hizi tunaita
so these,
choroko.
what are those, lentils? Or choroko?
We call it choroko.
Okay.
Ndio maana unaona ziko ndogo ndogo.
That's why they're a little bit smaller.
Zinakuwa kubwa kubwa.
Okay.
Yeah. Kwa hiyo na kwenye kupika kwake kidogo kuna kuwepo na utofauti. Hii ni nzuri zaidi kwa supu, lakini pia unaweza ukaichanganya na mchele, yani wali. Ukapikia tunaita mseto.
So you'd soak them and then add them to rice. Okay. All right. That's very interesting. And of course,
And you can make soup as well.
And soup as well. Yeah. Okay.
Lakini pia nayo ni mbaazi.
Mbaazi.
Mbaazi nayo ni nzuri sana kwa supu. Unaweza ukawekea nazi, hii kokonati.
So you can add the beans that are called mbaazi to some coconut?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, inakuwa nzuri sana. Lakini pia
So it's going to be so nice.
Okay.
Ambavyo havina makemiko. Kwa hiyo ukila hiki chakula kinakujenga zaidi mwili.
All right.
She said the food is very healthy while you're using coconuts, and also it can make your body like function well.
So it's extremely healthy for the body.
Very healthy.
Inaitwa njugumawe.
Njugumawe.
Njugumawe is
Njugumawe,
the different type of beans.
Utofauti wa njugumawe na hizi uko hivi. Hii ukipanda inaotea kwa chini, yani mbegu zake zinakuwa kwa chini. Kwenye ardhi kwa chini. Lakini hizi ukipanda mbegu zake zinakuwa kwa juu, yani kwenye maua. Zikitoa maua ndo zinatoa zile mbegu. Lakini hii inaweka kwa chini. Ndo kama hii hapa. Karanga.
All right. Yeah. I am? What was that?
She was saying the way, the difference, the way how, the way they come out. This one, once they plant, it's coming on top. The smaller one, the greener one. But this bigger one, they are coming inside.
Okay. So essentially, what we have on display here is the different types of beans, and it's quite evident that Tanzanians also, you know, they make use of various types of food to prepare their meals, and we've got spices as well as teas, an array of jewelry as well. And we also have some handcrafted goods. Can we move on over here to the handcrafted
she wants to speak
goods?
about cassava
Oh,
and
she wants to
sweet
speak
potato.
a little bit about cassava. All right, tell us about how you prepare your cassava in particular. There are different ways. Is cassava like a little bit like pap? Is that you?
No.
No? Okay, tell us more then.
Tueleze sasa namna ambavyo unaandaa mihogo lakini pia na viazi vitamu.
Okay. Hivi ni viazi vitamu ambavyo ukitaka kupika inabidi uandae maji, uandae vifaa kama sufuria 2, umeona. Kwa hiyo unaandaa kisu, unamenya, unaweka kwenye ile sufuria ambayo ina maji kwa ajili ya kuosha. Ukishaosha, umeshaandaa jiko lako, sufuria yako, kwa hiyo unabandika jikoni. Kishaiva ni tayari kwa kuliwa, unaweza kutumia kama kitafunio cha chai au ukatumia kama chakula kingine kwa wote.
How to prepare sweet potato is very easy, and I know you are very lazy on cooking. So you just
I don't know why you made that assumption, but I mean, okay.
No, I know. So you just cut the skin, you take it out. After that, you just cut small pieces. Then you put water, a little bit of salt.
Sugar? Oh,
No,
salt.
because they're already
Okay.
sweet potato.
Uh-huh.
So you just add a little bit of salt. That's it. And you can add coconut as well if you want to.
Okay.
Yes.
And the
You
cassava?
can fry as well.
Yeah.
And you can eat it with salad.
And the cassava?
And cassava, the same thing. Mm.
Nikasema ni kitu sawa, ila cassava ina faida nyingi. Cassava hii unaweza ukala mbichi. Pia ni muogo kwa Kiswahili. Unaweza ukapika. Pia ina unga ya kutengeneza ugali. Lakini pia ina mboga za majani ambayo ni kisamvu. Lakini pia ina kuni. Kama kijijini wanaopikia kuni, mti wake ni kuni. Kwa hiyo cassava ina faida nyingi sana. Ni chakula kimojawapo kizuri, lakini pia kina faida kubwa sana. Kinaweza kikakulea kuanzia 1 mpaka 10.
Okay.
Vizuri, vya asili, vinatupa afya bila magonjwa.
She says our health foodie and doesn't give us disease, and we're growing up healthy.
All right. So is cassava, what is cassava? What would you liken it to?
Cassava is the same thing about like a sweet potato. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay. But cassava is the same one where the leaves you can make into it's like spinach.
Like
sort of.
spinach as well.
Okay, wonderful. There are also handcrafts here. There's jewelry and the teas. Perhaps let's start with the tea. What kind of luxury blended tea is this? As a tea person, I'm very interested in it. And coffee as well.
Okay, Faraja, njoo sasa utuonyeshe namna ya kutumia hizi chai, lakini pia hiyo kahawa. Wako wapi wenyewe? Okay.
All right, Faraj, while we wait for Faraj to tell us a little bit about the teas and coffee blends, remember to engage with us on our social media platforms. It is at Channel Africa 1 on X, at Channel Africa 1 on TikTok, as well as Instagram, to see all the beautiful displays that we have here in the foyer of the SABC as we celebrate Heritage Month and focusing particularly on Kiswahili today. And the Tanzanians have come out in their numbers looking beautiful in their traditional regalia, wanting to tell us a little bit more about their heritage. They have brought with them some spices, and the food is looking particularly delicious as well. We'll be talking more about that a little bit later. But for now, we're going to find out about the arts and crafts. I understand that the High Commissioner for Tanzania is running a program where they are promoting various aspects of their tradition. Let's talk about, you brought more dishes. All right, that looks like garlic.
Yeah, garlic.
And
okay, tuelezee
is this
sasa
grown in
kuhusiana
Tanzania?
na
Jinsi ya kuitumia.
jinsi ya kuitumia.
Hii gariki kwa Kiswahili tunaita kitunguu saumu. Yeah. Zaidi inatumika kwenye kama unataka kupika pilau au unataka kuunga mboga au labda una samaki wako mbichi, sasa unataka kumuandaa. Kwa hiyo unachukua gariki, unachukua lemoni, unachukua jinja, unavichanganya. Ukishavichanganya unapaka kwenye samaki wako umeshamuandaa. Anakaa baada ya dakika 15 unamkaanga. Anakuwa samaki mzuri sana. Lakini pia kwenye pilau unachukua kitunguu saumu, dalasini, unachukua black pepper, unachukua pilipili mtama, ni bizari nyembamba, kila kitu. Kwa hiyo unachanganya, unakikaanga kwanza hiki, afu baadaye unachanganya vile, unapikia pilau. Inakuwa ni chakula kizuri sana. Lakini pia ni dawa, kama unaumwa jino, ni dawa pia. Lakini pia kama una blood pressure, ni dawa pia. Unakuwa unachukua punje, unatafuna au unameza asubuhi. Ndiyo. Lakini pia ni dawa kama una pain. Unaichanganya na karafuu, unaichanganya na jinja, unaichanganya na lemoni, unaichanganya na ganda la nanasi. Unachemsha. Unakuwa unakunywa. Yeah. Lakini pia kwa kikohozi.
All right. She was talking to us about some garlic.
Yes, she was explaining how to use garlic with so many food, and also garlic is a medicine in other things like pain, blood pressure, and all that.
All right. Okay, we're going to head on over to sports news.
Oh, okay.
We have been speaking to Faraj. Faradia, thank you so much for speaking to us about everything that you have brought and educating us about the various ingredients that come from Tanzania and what you use them for. Thank you for the education. And there are just so many similarities. I think over the past 2 weeks,
yes,
I just realized the similarities between the African countries. I mean, cassava is a staple on the continent. The various spices as well are a staple. And there are more similarities than there are differences, quite frankly.
As you say, Africa, we are one. Africa is about people and culture.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you.
It is a couple of seconds before we have to head on over to sports news. And in fact, it is 10 minutes before 4 Central African time.
Sports on Channel Africa. The African perspective.
And in this hour, let's start off with football news. Africa's football's governing body, CAF, Beach Soccer Africa Cup of Nations, Egypt 2024, has confirmed 2 African beach soccer legends, Ibrahima Ndiaye Chita from Senegal and Hossama Salama, also known as Hossama Paulo from Egypt, as the draw assistants for the event. The CAF Beach Soccer Africa Cup of Nations draw will take place in Cairo today at 1700 hours Central African time. Ibrahim Ndiaye is a revered coaching figure in African beach soccer, having led Senegal to multiple triumphs on the continental stage. Known for his leadership and tactical brilliance, Chita was instrumental in guiding Senegal to 4 African titles. Hossama Salama, also known as Hossama Paulo, is an iconic figure in Egyptian football, particularly known for his incredible goal-scoring record for Egyptian football giants Zamalek. Now, rugby news, Springbok prop Oxenche says the team's theme for the week in the set pieces ahead of the Rugby Championship clash against Argentina on Saturday is to expect the unexpected. The Boks are bracing themselves for an epic encounter at the Estadio Único Madre Ciudades in their penultimate match of the competition. Both teams are still in the running for the title, although a victory for the Springboks would see them clinch the title for the first time since 2019 before the closing match of the tournament at the Mbombela Stadium in Nelspruit next week, Saturday. Defeat for South Africa, however, would result in next week's test turning into a tournament final. The Boks currently hold an 8-point lead over Argentina on the standings. Springbok log Ruan Nokie, who will start in the engine room next to Captain Salman Murat, also expected a massive forward battle, and he emphasized the importance of matching the hosts physically. Still on rugby news, the Sharks rugby franchise will take continuity in team selection as well as momentum and confidence into Saturday's Currie Cup final against the Lions at Emirates Airline Park in Johannesburg. An 8-game unbeaten streak, including a win over the Lions towards the end of July, the Joburg team's only loss in the pool stages provides the team with a perfect build-up for the big final. Sharks assistant coach Warren Whiteley admits that the team is in a good space, but acknowledges the sizable challenge that lies ahead.
Of course, we're conscious of the workload that the boys experienced this past weekend, and we've tweaked our week accordingly. Actually, the last 2 weeks we've tweaked a bit to keep the boys nice and fresh, and we're pretty confident in how our weeks run over the last month, 2 months. We've done our planning, but we've also been adaptable, which is great, and I think we're just looking forward to the game, to be honest. We can't wait for it to come. It's going to be a lacquer challenge, and we can't wait.
And Lions flank, James Fenter says he can't wait to tackle fellow big row bruiser Renzo du Plessis in what the Sharks 15 expect to be a fast and furious Currie Cup final against the Lions on Saturday.
And you can see that they have a really good understanding of the players that they recruit and then develop, and we've seen it during this Currie Cup. There's been continuity within their squad and also their coaches. We've seen that, and also a steady improvement in their performances, a sprinkle of a couple of URC players as well. So they're a dangerous side. We definitely respect them a lot. We have a lot of respect for them. They're a tight-knit group. They've had good continuity in all areas. So it's going to be a lacquer battle.
Let me end with former Nigerian national team head coach Jose Peseiro saying he decided not to continue with the Super Eagles job because of the pressure and the stress that comes with it. Peseiro says his mind was made up after losing the final to the hosts earlier this year. Nigeria lost 2-1 to the Ivorians in the final, and the Portuguese-born coach says his mind was made up and even before the tournament started.
I know, I think was the one moment I liked, but I decide when start the AFCON that when finish my contract I left. I decide in that moment because there's too much effort I put in my job, too much stress. Okay, but I did all from my staff. Everybody support me. My staff support me. My players, the best were the players. But I think I was accumul fatigue. I decide before the AFCON, even if I want AFCON, I leave.
For any sports stories you'd like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +27 11 714 4459. This is Channel Africa Sport with me, Figile Lingwati.
Sports on Channel Africa. The African perspective. The upside. On the upside. Your voice matters.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, they say success is the only way you fear. My homie fear the lazy can make it out poor. Get rich, die twice. This is what it is. Street slogan. Gangster, we believe only hustling. This is the reality life song, not deviation. Priorities like to give them bomb. Zinduka faster. Ibuka unapindwa mwana. Touch life inapoza malinda. Jitume kwa sana. Ati mjinga motherfucker, mnavuka kwa mabadiba kuja kuvuta ngani. Nia ugali dagaa, ina ndoto acha ujinga. Mambo jozi utaishia vikumbo. Wapi home unarudi jina bro. Wajanja tunapanga draft, tunasebenza na kupagamiza. Tadi marafiki, hata ukiwa business partner. Maisha ni vita, adui wa kwanza rafiki, kisha nafuata ndugu. Unafikiri hadi wanaanza kutia gundu. Watu wema jichanganye, wanatumia kivuli cha Mungu. Muamini wanavuya Mungu na sio hofu ya dini. Kwani kiboko ya wachawi alitotoa pini. Kuanzia maana tesa na utopa kwa mnakosa hata fikra. God of mess. Yeah. Yeah. Make you. Thank you very much. My name is Chief Ndolwa. Thank you.
Hands together.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Come closer.
Okay.
Come closer. Hi.
Hi.
That
Hi.
was amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell us a little bit about that song. What's the name of it?
Let's Make You.
Sorry?
The song of the?
Yeah, the name of the song.
Let's Make You.
Let's Make You.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, and what is it about?
I mean, it's like we are teaching people. So we just let you know what you don't know.
Okay, well, they're trying to school you up in here in Kiswahili, okay?
Yeah.
We absolutely love it. I think one last round of applause.
Okay.
How, guys, we can do... There we go. And that is Asante Music, yeah? With Let's Make You.
Yeah, Let's Make You.
All right.
Yeah, Chief Mnorwa as well. Naweza kufanya R&B and hip hop sometimes. Yeah. Lugha ambayo natumia Tanzania tunapenda kuita Kiswakinge. Kiswakinge. Unatumia Kiswahili?
It's working.
Unatumia Kiswahili alafu unagusagusa kidogo Kiingereza.
Mpumilelo, have you heard Kiswakinge?
No, I haven't. What is that
it's
a
a
genre?
mixer between Swahili and English.
Yeah.
Is what he uses through his music.
Okay,
Yes.
so it was a little bit of English in there as well.
Yeah, sometimes we write in English, sometimes we write Swahili.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to hear a little bit more from Chief in the next hour when Mo takes over. And Mo is going to be with Ayam in the final hour of the show. For now, we are heading on over to the top of the hour. It is news time.
Thank you.
SABC News. The African perspective.
Thank you, Bumi. Looking at your top stories this hour, Gabon's deposed President Ali Bongo quits politics, and Comoros' president makes his first appearance in public. The latest news. Greetings to our listeners. Gabon's deposed President Ali Bongo has announced he will quit politics. This is a year after he was toppled from power by a military coup. In a letter addressed to the Gabonese people, the 65-year-old also called for the release of his wife and son, who are in detention awaiting trial on corruption allegations. Bongo suffered a stroke in 2018, and his health was a major source of concern for many in the build-up to the 2023 presidential election. The army seized power last August, shortly after Bongo was declared the winner of the election, which was disputed by the opposition. South Africa's former transport minister and anti-apartheid activist Mark Maharaj has called on the African National Congress Party to put its house in order and become fit for purpose. He was highlighting the role his longtime friend, late former Minister Pravin Gordhan, played in exposing state capture and fighting against corruption. He says Gordhan, as one stage, stood alone, while some of the ANC who shared his aversion to what was happening chose to stay silent. Maharaj says Gordhan exposed the state capture linked to the Gupta family and led the fight back.
Without them, our beloved country could have become a banana republic governed by an autocratic regime adorned with the fig leaf of a hollowed-out democracy. The corrupt hurled everything at PG. Neither the actions of the captured public protector, SARS, SAPS, the NPA, and the power of the presidency to concoct fake intelligence to rubbish a person's identity. Neither that nor the abuse showered on him shook him.
In Nigeria's flood-hit Maiduguri, residents say some boat owners are taking advantage of this natural disaster to cash in. When flood water swept through the northeastern city of last week, turning roads into rivers, canoe owners volunteered to move residents to safety. Vehicles remain unable to move in many parts, creating a reliance on boats. Authorities say about 1 million people have been affected, most of whom are housed in camps without food or clean water. The floods are the worst to hit Nigeria's Borno state in 3 decades. The U.S. Special Envoy to Sudan, Tom Perriello, says the Biden administration is maintaining pressure on warring parties there to try to alleviate the humanitarian crisis. The BBC's Barbara Plett-Asher reports.
Tom Perriello was speaking after President Biden called on both parties to allow unhindered humanitarian access and stop attacks that harm civilians. Mr. Biden issued the statement ahead of the UN General Assembly, which Sudan's de facto president, General Abdel Fattah el-Burhan, is scheduled to attend. General Burhan responded by saying he was looking forward to discussions with U.S. officials there, but that the international community should focus on what he called heinous crimes carried out by the Rapid Support Forces. The RSF leader, General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, rejected such accusations, and he stressed that the group had shown up at numerous peace talks boycotted by the army.
Lastly, the president of Comoros, Azali Assoumani, has made his first appearance in public since being wounded in a knife attack. He was seen on video chairing a cabinet meeting while still sporting a bandage on one side of his forehead. The assault took place last week Friday as the president attended a funeral of a religious leader near the capital, Moroni. Recapping on your top stories, Gabon's deposed President Ali Bongo has announced he will quit politics. This is a year after he was toppled from power by a military coup. For any news stories you would like to share with us, please send us an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us at +27 11 714 4459. Channel Africa News, I'm Onele Nzinzi.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
To Channel Africa, the African Perspective. We're coming to you live from Radio Park at the foyer. It's absolutely amazing as we do celebrate Heritage Month. And you've had a great first hour with Mpumi. You learned a couple of words. Well, she learned a couple of words.
Absolutely.
And I thought Jumbo was the cool one, but Jumbo's not really the cool word.
Accente.
What's it called?
Accente, which
Accente.
means thank you.
Thank you, Accente. Okay. I know Pola Pola.
Pola Pola?
Yeah.
No.
Is it Pola Pola or Pola? What is it when you go slowly?
Oh, Pole Pole.
Pole Pole. Jeez,
Pole
Pola
Pole,
Pola.
yeah.
Because
Slowly.
Yeah, slowly, because that's what they teach you when you go up Mount Kilimanjaro. Yeah.
Because you climb the.
What an experience I had there. It was absolutely amazing. And you've looked at some of the fashion,
absolutely,
which was absolutely amazing.
The culture one.
The culture one. This hour is we're going to kick off with my happy hour, where we'll be tasting some amazing food. And I've already seen some of them. There's one that's quite interesting that Happiness will tell us about in terms of bananas. She'll tell us exactly what that is about.
The green banana, actually.
Yeah, the green
because
banana.
people, they mix between the normally one we eat, the banana, but there is a green for us, we cook it.
Okay.
And people are so shocked, like, how?
Yeah.
Because banana here is just a fruit.
Yes.
But us as a green banana, it's just we can make it food as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. And we'll also be talking to the ambassador to South Africa, the Kingdom of Lesotho, and just finding out how that relationship is between the two countries. Yeah. So very, very excited to be here as we are celebrating once again Heritage Month. And we've also got an artist coming up in this hour.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Asante Group.
Asante Group.
Asante Group.
Okay. So it's one person.
No, it's two people.
It's two people. Okay. Jeez. Okay. I guess if it's more than one, it becomes a group. I can't wait to see them performing live. But that will all happen straight after the business news. I think for now, let's take a bit of a walk and check what Happiness has for us. I like the way you're dressed, by the way, Happiness. It's a very, very, very cool. Is there a name for this necklace that you have?
Hi, how are you? My name is Happiness from Tanzania High Commission. I deal with trade and investment. Yeah, there's a name for this. It's from Masai in Arusha region. It's a Masai culture. We normally wear it with shuka, if you can see there on the table. But I just made it out of a dress. The cover one. You can use it in so many ways. You can wear it as a wrap-up. You can wrap up on one shoulder, as the Masai do it. You can wrap it on your waist, as my sister is doing it. And you don't just have to wear it like that. Not just that, but also we have varieties of things. We have kanga, which is a Tanzanian tradition for women.
African print.
African print. I can say 99% of women in Tanzania own a pair of kanga or kitenge.
Oh, okay. In your house.
And you can go out wearing it, and it's practically fine. And when someone sees us, and most of the kangas have words. As you can see, this one says, Mungu ni uzima, God is life. So we wear things that actually carry a meaning.
Mungu ni uzima.
Yes, God
nice.
is life.
Okay.
So they normally have a different type of words.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Love words as well. Mapenzi, which means love.
All right. The one thing I love is food.
I can imagine.
Yeah, you can also see.
Yes.
All right. So let's start here. What is this?
That is cassava leaves. Yeah, cassava leaves. You know cassava. There's one there. So that one is normally inside the ground, and what is outside is this. We pound it, or you can crush the leaves, and then you can cook it with either coconut or with karanga. Peanuts, yes. Peanuts.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll
I love
definitely.
my Swahili so much, yes.
No, I love it as
So
well.
you
All
can
right.
eat it with ugali. Ugali is Swahili word. This is pap.
Pap, in
South
other words.
Africa.
Yeah.
But our ugali is better than the South African pap.
All right, cool. We'll come back just now and continue chatting about this fantastic food. Do check us out on TikTok. We are live. It is at Channel Africa 1.
Africa in Business on Channel Africa.
The new development bank, the NDB, board of directors approved a loan of over $1 billion to South Africa, and this is financing that will go towards water and sanitation infrastructure and the development thereof under the municipal infrastructure grant of the government of South Africa. It certainly is a very exciting time. It looks like a lot of opportunities are mushrooming up.
The financing package itself, which is the $1 billion loan to the government of South Africa, will focus more on financing the implementation of water and sanitation projects that are implemented by municipalities. And we are targeting just over 200 municipalities in or across all the 9 provinces of South Africa. So when we're providing financing to our member countries, we don't normally impose any conditions in respect of that financing. And
that's Mr. Thabo Rakoloti. He's Acting Director General for Africa Regional Center of the New Development Bank.
Africa in Business on Channel Africa. Weekdays from 1 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.
Mnamo Aprili 27, safari ya taifa itafikia hatua muhimu.
We must therefore act together as a united people for national reconciliation, for nation building, for the birth of a new world.
Miaka 30 ya demokrasia.
I could never fully understand how human beings could oppress one another to that extent because of the color of your skin.
Miaka 30 ya uvumilivu.
When we came to Poland police station, so we said, this is the core of my name.
Miaka 30 ya ushindi wa Afrika Kusini dhidi ya shida za kitaifa.
I am an African. I owe my being to the hills and the valleys.
Channel Africa inakualika kujiunga nasi tunapoadhimisha demokrasia nchini Afrika Kusini. Katika ulimwengu ambapo historia imeandikwa na mashujaa.
We were so oppressed, we were reduced to nobody.
Tunaenzi mashujaa ambao walifungua njia ya uhuru. Tarehe 27 Aprili, sikiliza Channel Africa tunapopaza sauti zetu katika kuadhimisha miaka 30 ya demokrasia na uhuru wa Afrika Kusini. Channel Africa, mtazamo wa Kiafrika.
If it's news and current affairs, leading opinions, and thought leaders that get your groove, this is your home, The Upside.
All right, it is indeed The Upside. We're coming to you live from the Radio Park foyer for celebrating, of course, Heritage Month. And with me right now is Happiness Godfrey, Trade and Investment at Attaché at the High Commissioner. We've been talking about the PAP, which apparently is better than South Africa's PAP. And then we've got some.
No, it's called anchovy and okra.
Okra.
Yes, it's a mix of anchovy and okra.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is very good. Our ugali or pap in South Africa is very good to be eaten with okra and anchovy and the salad. That salad, we call it kachumbari.
Oh, it looks very good.
It is very delicious, my friend.
It looks very, very good.
Delicious.
All right, now we're moving on to something that we all should know. That's some roasted chicken, right?
Yes, yes.
So it's basic roasted chicken. You put it in the oven.
No, but we normally use Tanzanian spices.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Tanzanian spices. We have a
is it-
variety of Tanzania is made of Tanganyika and Zanzibar. So Zanzibar is a spice island.
Yes.
Yes. So
From
we are very
what
good
I
at
remember, yes.
our spices.
Okay.
Yeah. So South African chicken, but Tanzanian spices.
I like that.
Yes.
Happiness, hapa tunaona kuna mchuzi wa nyama. Pengine ungetuelezea namna ambavyo ya kuandaa kwa Kiswahili ili Waafrika Kusini waweze kujifunza Kiswahili.
Asante, nashukuru sana dangu. Huu ni mchuzi wa nyama. Mchuzi wa nyama unaliwa na nini? Mchuzi wa nyama unaliwa na ugali, unaliwa na wali, unaliwa na ndizi, unaliwa na chapati, kitu chochote kile ambacho unaona ni chakula. Sawa, huu mchuzi wa nyama unaandaliwaje? Kama ilivyo kawaida, wengi tunaelewa, unatumia vitunguu, unatumia nyanya, unatumia carrot, unaweka spices zako. Kama sisi tuna spices from Zanzibar here. So tunashauri watu wengi, najua Afrika Kusini na nyinyi mko vizuri kwenye spices, lakini ukijaribu spices kutoka Tanzania hautoacha. Na pale ubalozini ni eneo zuri sana kutaka kuagiza, sisi tunaweza kukuagizia tukakuletea na ukajaribu nyumbani kwako. Jinsi ya kupika mchuzi wa nyama: unakanga zako vitunguu, kanga vitunguu vikiwa vya brown visikauke sana. Unaweka zako carrot, kama unapenda carrot zikiwa ngumu basi usiziache zikaiva sana. Unaweka zako hoho, ukiweka hoho, kama una tomato paste, unaweka tomato paste. Baada ya hapo, dadangu ananikumbusha hapa spices zetu. Hii ni beef masala. Hii ndio tunatumia kama kiungo cha kudumu. Waswahili wanasema udambui. Kunyunyizia ili uweze kupata flavor, aroma, ili uweze kupata taste. Yani uweze kupata vionjo vizuri vya mchuzi wa nyama kutoka Tanzania. Kwa hiyo inapikwa kama ambavyo wa South Africa mnapika. Tunatumia ingredients hizo, lakini kionjo chetu cha ziada ni kwamba tunatumia spices bora kutoka Tanzania. Na kwa muktadha huu tunatumia beef masala. Karibuni sana.
Na Happiness, sasa tuje katika banana. Here in South Africa wanatumia kwamba ni matunda, lakini sisi tunapika kama chakula. Unaweza ukamuelezea, lakini pia ukaweza kutafsiri kwa Kiingereza ili tusiwaache.
Asante. Hizi ni ndizi. Kama ulivyosema, Afrika Kusini wanatumia ndizi kama matunda. Tanzania kuna ndizi za aina mbili. Kuna ndizi Bukoba, bananas from the Bukoba region.
Okay. And
we have banana from Moshi, Arusha. Yeah? Kilimanjaro. So hizi ni ndizi kutoka Kilimanjaro. My brother, you have to learn Swahili.
No, he knows pole pole.
I know pole pole.
This is ndizi. Hizi ni ndizi kutoka Moshi.
Yeah.
Ni ndizi ngumu. Kuna ndizi Bukoba ambazo ni nyepesi, wengi wanapenda ukila baada ya muda zinaisha tumboni, wengi wanapenda wanaofanya diet.
Nyepesi, soft.
Okay.
Yeah, soft. But hizi ni mshale, ni ndizi ngumu, zinatumika kupika kitu kinaitwa machalari. Machalari.
Okay.
Yes. Once you taste this, you never go back to the banana that you eat in South Africa.
Okay. I need to taste it.
You
Absolutely, you're going to taste it.
Yeah.
Tunakuja hapa tunaona wali maua.
Yes.
Wali is rice in Swahili. Wali.
Wali huu sasa,
flowers, rice.
Okay.
Wali huu, this type of rice is mixed with the normal rice, but as you can see, kuna njegere peas, there's a bit of carrot, there's a colored hoho pepper, yeah. And again, we have spices for rice in Tanzania to just give it an aroma. And also we put coconut.
Oh, nice.
Yes, we put coconut. Tanzania is
very
good.
Yes, I remember when I was in Zanzibar, they did coconut juice for us.
Yes,
I remember.
I'm sure you felt welcome.
Yeah.
Yes,
it was very, very nice.
You're very hospitable.
You're very, very much so.
Sasa tupo kwenye pilau.
Yes.
Pilau,
hili sasa,
Waafrika Kusini wanaita Indian rice.
Hii inaitwa pilau.
Pilau.
In most houses in Tanzania, on Sunday, we eat pilau.
Okay.
And Friday is biryani.
On Friday is biryani.
Oh,
that's what you call the
Indian rice.
Yes,
it's biryani.
For us, that's for Friday, but on Sunday, most houses have pilau. Pilau is for celebration.
Oh, nice.
When you have weddings. When you see this, you know, like, what are these people celebrating in their house?
Ah, nice.
So we normally eat pilau with the roasted chicken and the kachumbari that I just showed you.
Yes,
the salad.
Yes.
But we call it kachumbari because we normally like using our hands when we are munching.
Yeah,
yes.
because it just
so
tastes
you
better.
Get, yes, everything feels in your hand,
Yeah.
and it's just our Swahili, being Swahilis. Yeah, and how was this made? We use spices, as I told you, we are a spice country.
Yeah.
So we use these products. This is from Zanzibar, Zanzibarian products. We have also the famous garlic.
Garlic, yeah.
Yeah. So most of these products here are being used, and this, as you can read, is called pilau mix. Viungo vya pilau mchanganyiko.
So this I would use within the rice here?
Yes, and then
Okay.
you can have the same effect. But
Okay.
then again, we have, we normally mix this with other spices to give it a better aroma.
Yeah.
So when you eat this, you will not just be tasting it, you'll also be smelling different types of spices.
Yes.
Originally made from Tanzania.
Fantastic, fantastic.
yes,
All
my
right. All right, just a quick wrap-up. I see that there's roti here.
Chapati.
Chapati, it's called chapati. And then mandazi.
Vitumbua.
Vitumbua.
For breakfast, for us, normally in most houses, as people take bread, for us, we normally have mandazi. We
call it magwinya.
Magwinya, yeah. We have chapati.
Yeah.
And then we have vitumbua. Vitumbua is made out of rice powder.
Oh,
so
nice.
we grind the rice powder.
Yeah.
We take it, put it in the water for some time, we grind it, and then other procedures.
Tanzania,
continue.
wow. You guys take your food very serious, eh?
Everything has meaning in
Yeah,
Tanzania.
I
yeah.
absolutely
we don't
love
take
it.
lightly. Yeah.
Absolutely love
Yeah,
it.
so we normally take chapati with the nyama, mchuzi wa nyama.
Yeah.
The mchuzi that I just told you about.
Yeah.
You can even have this with mchuzi wa nyama, and your dinner is
You're
served as
sorted.
that. Yeah, you don't need, sometimes you don't need to eat all this. You just need one andazi and a bit of mchuzi and you're done.
Happiness, thank you so much for chatting
Karibu
to us.
sana.
It's been
Karibu sana.
absolutely great.
Karibu
And
sana.
I can't wait to taste some of your food.
Actually, why don't you just quickly taste?
I will just after the short break.
All right.
Si vous êtes un artiste promoteur qui cherche à présenter sa musique à un public plus large ou qui cherche simplement à promouvoir sa musique à la radio, nous pouvons vous aider. Mais vous pouvez faire certaines choses pour augmenter vos chances de succès. Envoyez-nous votre musique à musique@channelafrica.co.za. Nous avons besoin des informations suivantes pour vous aider au mieux. Étiquetez code ISRC, titre, interprète, compositeur, éditeur, auteur, langue et genre. Écoutez votre chanson à la radio, la bande sonore parfaite pour votre journée. Avec Channel Africa et votre musique, vous ne vous ennuierez jamais, car nous jouerons votre musique. Découvrez le meilleur de la musique africaine avec Channel Africa, la perspective africaine.
Ahoy, matey.
Captain here to help, right, boys?
Set sail with us on a digital voyage like no other. Channel Africa has a treasure trove of awesomeness. That is our website and social media pages.
Tell me, why are you here?
We want you to be part of our adventure.
The winds are changing, Captain. And this time...
Imagine a world where curiosity knows no bounds, where entertainment meets enlightenment, and where every click leads to the African perspective. Visit us on our website, www.channelafrica.co.za, or follow us on Instagram or on X at Channel Africa One. Go on, like us on Facebook at Channel Africa One. So, spread the word. Tell a friend that Channel Africa's online variety is what they need on the web. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Fresh and exciting. The Upside, hooking you up with today's news from the African perspective.
My name is Chief Mdorwa.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
We are coming to you live from the SABC Radio Park foyer as we celebrate Heritage Month, and I'm with Chief Mdorwa.
Chief Mdorwa.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
Chief Mdorwa.
Nice. Why Chief?
Chief is my original name from my grandfather.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're from where exactly are you from in Tanzania?
I'm from Tanzania, from some places called Tanga.
Tanga.
Yeah, Tanga, Korogwe, Tanga.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what languages are spoken in Tangwa?
Tanga.
Tanga.
Yeah, there are so many languages there. We have Samba.
Which is mine.
Oh.
Samba, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. So my tribe is Samba.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. And how do you say, how are you in Samba?
Hangiwe.
Hangiwe.
Oh, inukezeze.
Nice one.
Chief,
nice one.
Tuanze,
Yes.
wewe kama msanii uko hapa nchini Afrika Kusini
Yes.
na unafanya shughuli zako za muziki. Ugumu uko wapi?
Ugumu katika swala zima la muziki ni kupata masponsa. Linatuia ugumu kwa sababu una rekodi kwa pesa zako mwenyewe. Hakuna mdhamini yote ambaye anaweza kuja na kukudhamini. Kwa hiyo kile kipesa ambacho unadunduliza kwa namna yoyote ndio inabidi ukipeleke studio. Kwa hiyo ugumu upo katika wadhamini wa kuweza kusimamia kazi zangu.
Pale awali ulituambia kwamba muziki wako unauchanganya kwa lugha ya Kiswahili na Kiingereza. Kwa nini?
Unaona siku hizi ili uende mbali zaidi inabidi uchanganye. Kwa hiyo mtu akiokota la Kiingereza atataka kujua la Kiswahili. Ndio maana anajaribu kuchanganya ili kuweza kutofautisha mipaka kidogo. Mwenye kujua Kiingereza aweze kuokota kidogo.
Pia anaweza kuenjoy na kufurahia.
Kiswahili ndo kabisa.
Na je, tayari una album na au una nyimbo ngapi mpaka hivi sasa au EP imeshatoka?
Kwa nyimbo nazo nyingi sana. Isipokuwa kuweza kuzikusanya zote na kuweza kutengeneza albamu imekuwa ni ngumu sana kwa sababu inahitaji pesa kidogo. Lazima uwekeze pesa alafu ndo uweze kuandaa hizo album.
Na umeshazi release?
Ni chache ambazo nimerelease lakini nyingi sijazitoa. Yeah.
Okay.
Na mipango yako, do you have something to say?
Yeah, I wanted to find out, just to go back, because your grandfather named you Chief. What did you do before you did music?
Small business.
What type of business? You sound like you're doing trading.
You're machinga.
Machinga. Street hustlers.
Oh, street hustling, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how would you describe your type of music? What genre is it? Is it gospel? Is it amapiano? What is it?
Oh, hip-hop.
Oh, hip-hop.
I'm doing hip-hop.
Yeah.
But even my piano sometimes, because you know, as an artist, you need to do every kind of music.
Yeah.
So that you can be complete musician.
And how and what inspired you? Who inspired you to get into this world of music?
First is my father. Second is Nasi from America.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mwanamuziki gani ambaye amekuvutia wewe mpaka ukaamua kuingia katika kazi hii ya kufanya muziki?
Wa kwanza ni babangu mzazi kwa sababu alikuwa anafanya jazz music.
Na yeye alikuwa pia ni mwanamuziki.
Alikuwa anafanya mwanamuziki, lakini mtu wa pili ni mwanamuziki kutoka Marekani anaitwa Nasi
I heard you mention jazz. What's that about jazz?
Before my father was doing jazz.
Oh, I see.
So I'm standing like my father.
Okay, all right. Okay, Mpumi is going to really like you, the fact that you
like
the world of
na je, unapofanya huo muziki wako mpaka hivi sasa watu wameshaanza kukuelewa?
Wachache kwa sababu hivi vitu vinahitaji promotion zaidi. Bila promotion uweze ukafika mbali. Ndio maana tunatafuta wadhamini waweze kutusaidia ili tuweze kwenda mbali.
Vipi kuhusiana na show? Umeshafanya show ngapi hapa Afrika Kusini au hata kule Tanzania au ukanda wa Afrika Mashariki? Show ngapi mpaka hivi sasa ambazo unasema hii nimefanya show na nimelipwa?
Kwa show Tanzania nilikuwa naisha kwenye happy birthday. Kwenye happy birthday. Kwa hapa South Africa nimefanya sana show za Nigeria bure hizi. Nimefikia stage nikakatanga msinipigie kama hamna hata 600 hapa.
And any special collaborations that you've done with your EP? Who have you worked with on it?
I do collaboration with my homeboy. One is called Rand MC.
Okay.
And the second one is called Brown TZ, which we are going to perform soon here.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Yes.
All right, that's definitely coming up. Thank you so much. And how do we follow you on social media?
It's just Chief Mnorwa.
Okay.
Yeah.
On Instagram?
Instagram, Chief Mnorwa. Facebook, Chief Mnorwa. And also X.
And X, yes.
X.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing before we go on is ni kwamba kwenye mitandao ya kijamii, lakini pia katika YouTube kwenye hizo platform unajulikana kama nani pia? Na muziki yako tayari umeshaiweka kwenye Boomplay, kwenye mitandao, kwenye YouTube, pengine mtu anataka kusikiliza?
Kuna hii mitandao mingine ambayo ni Boomplay, Spotify, sijaweka chochote. Isipokuwa nimeweka tu kwenye YouTube, Chifu Mdolwa, unanipata pale. Yeah.
All right, great stuff. We're definitely going to be seeing your performance in a mo. For now, let's find out what's going on in the world of business.
Thank you.
Business news on Channel Africa. The African perspective.
Thank you, Nambumalelo and Moji. Good afternoon. The cost of borrowing for consumers and businesses is expected to ease after the South African Reserve Bank's Monetary Policy Committee cut interest rates by 25 basis points. The decision takes the repo rate to 8% and the prime lending rate to 11.5%. This marks the first rate cut since the bank's rate hiking cycle, which began in 2021. The bank says risks to the inflation outlook are assessed as balanced. Reserve Bank Governor Lisicha Kganyago made the announcement at a press briefing in Centurion, Pretoria today.
The MPC decided to reduce the policy rate by 25 basis points to 8% per annum with effect from the 20th of September. In discussing the stance, MPC members considered an unchanged stance, a 25 basis point cut, and a 50 basis point cut. The MPC ultimately reached consensus on 25 basis points, agreeing that a less restrictive stance was consistent with sustainably lower inflation over the medium term.
Meanwhile, Debt Rescue Chief Operating Officer Annelien van der Poel says the latest rate cut is not nearly enough for indebted consumers. She elaborates.
For the average, few hundred rand back in their pocket depending on the kind of debt exposure they have. But is it enough? No. I mean, they are struggling severely financially to actually literally put food on the table.
Egyptian Mustafa Madboli says Egypt aims to restore normal production at its natural gas fields by next summer, signaling the government is moving to settle its arrears with production companies. Madboli briefed the media that production has fallen because of the arrears, but did not say how much the government owed, nor when it might be repaid. The Tourism Business Council has called on patrons to visit establishments this tourism month and in the festive season in all efforts to help boost the South African economy. September marks Tourism Month in the country, driving expectations for an increase in tourism volumes and international arrivals going into the festive season. Inflation and successive interest rate hikes have led to a global cost of living crisis negatively affecting the tourism and hospitality sector. The Tourism Council is hosting the 3rd Tourism Leadership Conference in the Northwest Province, and the organization's CEO Chipiwa Chibengwa says the sector is key to the creation of jobs and economic growth.
We're starting to see that our recovery is at a faster pace, and we're hoping to get to full recovery by the end of this year in terms of the international arrivals. Domestic, we've seen a lot of South African traveling. They're enjoying their country. In fact, we have surpassed the number of trips that we did pre-COVID. So domestic, we're doing very well. But again, we need to make sure that our domestic strategy, is robust, and South Africans, do know about their country and do travel their country. So we need to continue, and we need to make sure that, the deals that are out there, the specials that are being put out there in terms of the travel week, in terms of the summer campaigns, in terms of short-lived campaigns, we want to see those, bearing fruit.
The International Energy Agency, IEA, has warned that Ukraine faces its most challenging winter yet when it comes to ensuring energy supplies. Intense Russian attacks have severely depleted its power generating capacity and the electricity grid. The BBC's Danny Eberhardt reports.
In a report, the IEA said Ukraine could see electricity shortfalls of a third of peak demand this winter. Russian attacks of unprecedented scale earlier this year, it said, meant Ukraine could only generate about a third of the electricity it could pre-war, even before the latest strikes. The IEA is recommending 10 steps to help Ukraine. bolstering air defences being the most important, but also speeding up deliveries of equipment and spares and improving ways of supplying it with gas and electricity from the EU.
Let's take a look at financial indicators this afternoon. $1 in Nigeria is at 1,000 naira 639, Botswana 13.11. Kenya the dollar is at 127 shilling 973, Zambia 26 kwacha 44. BRICS countries, $1 in Brazil is at 5 real 47, Russia 92 rubles 24, India 83 rupees 71, China 71 8 cents, South Africa $1 is at 17 rand 55. $1 is trading at 75 pence to the British pound and 89 to the euro. Commodities, gold is at $2,579, platinum at $988 per ounce, the price of Brent crude oil at $74.22 a barrel. That is all from me. For any business stories you'd like to share with us, please send us an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za, or you can call us on +27 11 714 4459. For Channel Africa Business, I am Chandu Ligege.
Business news on Channel Africa. The African perspective. Whatever you want to hear about today's talk, you can get it on the upside.
So
let's go. Yana guarantee naweza kuwa msomi kawa mtaani unakanga njaa maisha yana guarantee hayana guarantee don't think you are better than maisha yana guarantee yana guarantee kawa mtaani unakanga njaa under 3 years old niko straight na tuma fake after fancy palette ndipo nilipokosa taka thank God not drop man I'm a pushers at the street is mine. Niko mtani mina gawa to doors. Nenda left now Bangladesh. Wananiita chifu ndorwa AK. Ukitaka street kodi ya joto. Ibuka mendo charge. My phone never be silence. Always want like life is upon machine. Yes, when I was young, I thought I would be a pilot. Look what me now. I'm a street gangster. Masha yake hardcore. Just get the historical. Mtoto geto mwenye principle. Sina ufeki nipo wemi do. Nakuja mzima sistui kama joti. Masha yana guarantee. Yana guarantee. Naweza kuwa msomi kawa mtaani unakanga njaa. Masha yana guarantee. Yana guarantee. Don't think you are better than. Masha you are better. Yeah. Yana guarantee. Naweza kuwa msomi kawa mtaani unakanga njaa.
Yeah, life got no guarantee. BD. Yeah. Bika. Yeah. Mamaliza. Yeah. Tani tongoza wao. Yeah. 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 You never know. You never know. Guarantee. Ganga jump.
Don't think you are better than. Don't think you are better than. Yana guarantee. Naweza kuwa msomi kawa mtaani.
Yeah. Kanipandisha toka juu mpaka chini, akasema nikimpa nitampa nini. Na mimi Swahilini na bloji amenifunza nena jiamini hata sipokuwa na nyie. Poa, nipo chini mpo juu mbona juu. Don't plan about me, Mr. Bunny, kuna ghost band. Go make man, go man. Sumogopa kisa yena ni, anamiliki na ni. Ukajiona chali, ukayaponza adi makali. Wala sifagili, wale nazo na tutubana. Wanafanya mpaka tusikiki. Wanalingia kwa sababu mezisika suchi. Wakina tuambirike tuaminiki. Tukicheza na masongo tunajiminya kujificha kwa sababu asitutie zile pande mbaya. Haya. Yeah.
Maisha yana guarantee. Yana guarantee. Unaweza kuwa msomi, ukawa mtaani unaganga njaa. Yana guarantee. Yana guarantee. Don't think you are better than. Don't think you are better than. Maisha yana guarantee. Yana guarantee. Unaweza kuwa msomi, ukawa mtaani unaganga njaa.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Ugano by Chief Mdorwa.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
When you have to wake your neighbors up.
You know the beauty of listening to the Morning Switch? I just enjoy the fact that we have countries zoom in where we focus on different countries. So we get to learn about their culture, get to learn about their music. One of the most important things actually, especially when traveling, is language. I remember when I traveled to Kenya and I was in Nairobi, I was in Kisumu, I went to Mombasa as well. So I remember waking up one morning, you know, you go to a restaurant and then you eat. And there was this nice gentleman who tried to help me speak the basics of Swahili.
My goodness, bro!
Habari muzuri.
Habari muzuri.
Habari
muzuri. Muzuri sana.
Muzuri sana.
Yani very okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You know, when you look back, you think about it after having tried to speak Swahili, and you're thinking, what was I saying there?
The Shy Guy.
See, people who have something to look forward to don't need an alarm clock.
You listen to the Shy Guy. 3 to 6 a.m. on the Morning Switch. Have you been struggling to find Channel Africa?
Oh yes, where can I find you guys?
Well, you are in luck.
Warning, radioactive zone detected.
Listen to the African perspective on our brand new SABC Plus app. Download the fresh and easy to use app from sabcplus.com or the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Or just command your phone to find SABC Plus on your phone and check out all this good stuff. And that's where you will find Channel Africa, the African perspective. Oh yes, this is fresh and easy. Whatever you want to hear about today's talk, you can get it on the upside.
And indeed you can. All right. We are coming to you live from the SABC foyer. The next performance is coming from Asante. It's a group of gentlemen that we're about to chat to now to find out more about them. How are you, my man?
Fine.
Good. What's your name?
My name is Kas Black Kiyosan.
Oh, all right. Nice one. All the way from Tanzania.
All the way from Tanzania.
Ah, nice one. Nice one. Nice
I'm
one.
here with my team, Asante Music.
And how long have you guys been doing this thing for?
Yeah, what?
How long have you been a group for?
Like 2 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And what type of music, style of music do you guys sing?
As we are doing nice music, any type of music which is nice.
Okay.
Is hip hop, R&B, or bongo
Yeah, we're
flavor?
mixing. Sometimes we're doing hip hop, R&B, trap.
You even do trap?
Yeah, we're doing trap.
Nice one.
And
nice
they also crank, if you know crank.
Yeah, I know crank.
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. Let's let you perform. What's the first song that you're gonna do?
The song, the one we gonna perform here is Gori. Gori is like, what can I say, Gori in Swahili?
Yeah, in Swahili.
I mean in English.
In English.
Yeah.
It's like something dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say,
All right.
Like so.
All right. All right. Let's see if we're ready for you guys to perform.
Yeah.
It's on.
Uh-huh.
Have a blast. Let's enjoy.
Yeah. Just put the track now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's your boy Lex B.
You know the story now.
Uh-huh. Cheer.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man. It's Asante
You know,
Music.
you
I'm
know,
presenting
it's
it right
Asante
here, right
Music
now.
right here, right now.
Yes, sir. We need to be on our brain well. Yeah. spina kwenda mbio, kila kona noma, bwana ndio, na wanangu tukichoma au sio, Eliki kantona kwenye kona, mpaka umenisoma, macho kwenye salio. Yeah, hakuna matata, Sanje Music ndio chat. What's the matter, kibao kata, katibu kata, nataka karata, very fast, umenipata, very party ni makata, kwenye ukata, mina kata, kata, very fast, kenye na wapa hidi sasa, wananita masarasa, again, mama. We ain't gonna stop, we started with the story, we go on top, my niggas I'm sorry. Living life free fly, mesha kuwa ngoli. We start with the story, my niggas I'm sorry. Living life free fly, mesha kuwa ngoli. Yeah. Yeah, niggas I'm sorry. Living life flip flop, kila kona mazembe, mesha kuwa ngoli. We ain't gonna try. We started with Zembe. Minatoka kama Tabo Besta, popote na Nesa. Desha CBD, na kwa bidii, atendo dufiki. Raundi ina chafu zangu, kaboloki. Embu pata midapa, chaka tu chaka. Na wakela kama jipu la kwapa. Niko mpera mchaka mchaka kama master. Kwenye mitindo hii utani tata. Really hip hop, maniga hisia za kilasta. Maniga I'm sorry, mesha kuwa ngoli. Muda wetu tuliza boli. Yeah, you know. Yeah. We ain't gonna stop, we started with the story, we go on top, my niggas I'm sorry. Living life free fly, mesha kuwa ngoli. We ain't gonna stop, we started with the story, we go on top, my niggas I'm sorry. Living life free fly, mesha kuwa ngoli. Yeah. We niggas I'm sorry. Living life free fly, mesha kuwa ngoli. Yeah. I go by the name Kasi Black. Yeah. Yeah. You know me, you know us. Together we really organize. Forever OG, motherfucker stories about us. Oh, she looks so nice. Very wise. Yeah. I came, I saw, I conquered the law. You know, I go hard for sure, for the flow. With my team, we work hard. Yeah, I feel sorry for nigga to disrespecting me. I got no worry, my nigga. Asante Mizi still protecting me. And I know John Cena. You can see me. Look. I'm the winner, you see me on TV. And Salafina, my baby, tease me. So good, so fresh, so free. In the hood, everybody likes me. King it like yourself. Tupac, all eyes on me. Yeah. Money maker, play maker, go maker. Peter sector, troublemaker, protector, undertaker, ukuleta, sakuleta, planeta, karateka, Sibume, so maker. Yeah, niggas in town, you know the story, our sound never goes still around. Yeah. We ain't gonna stop, we started with the story, we go on time. My niggas, I'm sorry. Living life, free fly, kila kona. Mesha kuwa ngoli. Yeah. For real. Yeah. We appreciate the Channel Africa. We appreciate Channel Africa. For real. That's my role, yo.
All right,
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Thanks a lot for those two tracks that you just sang. We're going to have a quick break and check what's going on in the world of sports and then have a quick conversation with you.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
No problem. Time now for sports.
Yes, sir.
upside. On the upside, your voice matters. When you have to wake your neighbors up.
You know the beauty of listening to the Morning Switch? I just enjoy the fact that we have countries zoom in where we focus on different countries so we get to learn about their culture, get to learn about their music. One of the most important things actually, especially when traveling, is language. I remember when I traveled to Kenya and I was in Nairobi, I was in Kisumu, I went to Mombasa as well. So I remember waking up one morning, you go to a restaurant and then you eat. And there was this nice gentleman who tried to help me speak the basics of Swahili.
My goodness!
Habari mzuri. Habari mzuri. Habari mzuri. Mzuri sana.
Mzuri sana.
Yani very okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. When you look back, you think about it after having tried to speak Swahili, and you're thinking, what was I saying there?
The Shy Guy.
See, people who have something to look forward to don't need an alarm clock.
You listen to The Shy Guy. 3 to 6 a.m. on the Morning Switch. Sports on Channel Africa. The African Perspective.
In this hour in our sports update, we begin with football news. Africa's football's governing body, CAF Beach Soccer Africa Cup of Nations Egypt 2024 has confirmed two African beach soccer legends, Ibrahima Ndiaye Chita from Senegal and Hossama Salama, also known as Hossam Paulo from Egypt, as a draw assistants for the event today. The CAF Beach Soccer Africa Cup of Nations draw will take place today. And Ibrahima Ndiaye Chita is a revered coaching figure in African beach soccer, having led Senegal to multiple times on the continental stage. Known for his leadership and technical brilliance, Chita was instrumental in guiding Senegal to 4 African titles. Hossama Salama, also known as Hossama Paulo, is an iconic figure in Egyptian football, particularly known for his incredible goal-scoring record for Egyptian football giants Zamalek. And former Nigerian national team head coach Jose Peseiro says he decided not to continue with the Super Eagles job because of the pressure and the stress that comes with it. Peseiro says his mind was made up after losing the final to the host earlier this year. They lost to the Ivorians 2-1 in the final of the Africa Cup of Nations, and he says his mind was made up even if he wins the title.
I know, I think it was the one moment I liked, but I decided when start the AFCON that when finish my contract I left. I decided in that moment because there's too much effort I put in my job, too much stress. Okay, but I did do the all from my staff. Everybody support me. My staff support me. My players, the best for the players. But I think I was accumul fatigue. I decide before the AFCON, even if I won the AFCON, I leave.
And the tickets for the upcoming 2024-2025 MTN 8 final between Orlando Pirates and Stellenbosch in Durban sold out in less than 4 hours after they were made available to the public. Match tickets went on sale at 10:30 this morning, and by 2 o'clock they were all sold out. Tickets sold at $6 each. The final between the defending champions Pirates and Stellenbosch will be staged at the 56,000-seater Moses Mabhida Stadium on the 5th of next month in Durban. The Premier Soccer League will host a media briefing soon to provide further details on security arrangements, entertainment plans, and match logistics. Now, rugby news, the Sharks will take continuity in team selection as well as momentum and confidence into Saturday's Currie Cup final against the Lions at Emirates Airline Park in Johannesburg. An 8-game unbeaten streak, including a win over the Lions towards the end of July. The Joburg team's only loss in the pool stages provides the team with the perfect build-up for the big finale. Sharks assistant coach Warren Whiteley admits that the team is in good space, but acknowledges the sizable challenge that lies ahead.
Of course, we're conscious of the workload that the boys experienced this past weekend, and we've tweaked our week accordingly. Actually, the last 2 weeks we've tweaked a bit to keep the boys nice and fresh, and we're pretty confident in how our weeks run over the last month
2 months. You know, we've done our planning, but we've also been adaptable, which is great. And yeah, I think we're just looking forward to the game, to be honest. Yeah, we can't wait for it to come. It's going to be like a challenge, and yeah, we can't wait.
Lions flank James Fender says he can't wait to take the fellow back row bruiser Renzo Duplessis in what the Sharks 15 expect to be a fast and furious Currie Cup final against the Lions on Saturday.
You know, and you can see that they have a really good understanding of the players that they recruit and then develop, and we've seen it during this Currie Cup. There's been continuity within their squad and also their coaches. We've seen that, and also a steady improvement in their performances, a sprinkle of a couple of URC players as well. You know, so yeah, they're a dangerous side. We definitely respect them a lot. We have a lot of respect for them. They're a tight-knit group. They've had good continuity in all areas. So yeah, it's going to be a lacquer battle.
For any sports stories you'd like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +2711 714 4459. This is Channel Africa Sport with me, Fidel Mwadi.
Sports on Channel Africa. The African perspective. Whatever you want to hear about today's talk, you can get it on the upside.
All right, it is 5 minutes to 5 Central African time. It is an auspicious time in this special broadcast that we are having with the Kiswahili team.
Whatever you want to hear about today's talk, you can get it on the upside.
5 minutes to 5 Central African time, and we are sat here with very, very honored to have the High Commissioner of Tanzania, Mr. James Bwana. A very good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Is the mic on?
The mic seems to be on. I think you can use mine in the meantime.
Thank you so much for having me here. It is an honor for us.
Balozi, kama unavyofahamu, Afrika Kusini wanaazimisha siku ya utamaduni ambayo itakuwa ni tarehe 24 mwezi huu wa Septemba. Kwanza, unajisikiaje kuwepo hapa na kushiriki na Channel Africa?
Ni furaha iliyoje nikiwa kama mwakilishi wa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania napopata nafasi ya kukaa mahali ambapo tumezungukwa na Watanzania kadhaa. Basi ni fahari iliyoje, hususani tunapopata fursa ya kuzungumza kama hivi ili kuendelea kukinadi lugha yetu ya Kiswahili.
Pengine utamaduni una umuhimu gani katika jamii ya kisasa?
Utamaduni ni mfumo mzuri wa maisha. Utamaduni ndiyo kielelezo cha utu wa mtu, kinachomtofautisha mtu wa taifa fulani na watu wengine. Lakini utamaduni pia ni kielelezo kinachoweza kuwa na fursa nyuma yake. Mfano, vielelezo vya utamaduni ni kama hivyo lugha. Sasa tunatumia lugha ya Kiswahili, lakini vielelezo vingine vya utamaduni kupitia sanaa vinaweza vikajipambanua kupitia mambo kama nyimbo, ngonjera, hadithi na mambo mengine kama hayo. Sasa haya yote yakitumika kimkakati, yakitumika kibiashara, yanaweza yakazaa fursa ya ajira na watu wakaweza kunufaika kupitia kazi kama muziki, ushairi na mambo mengine kama hayo. Na hata michezo, ukalimani, utunzi wa vitabu na mambo mengine kama hayo. Kwa hiyo ni fursa kweli kweli na ni kielelezo cha taifa fulani ambalo linaweza likabainika kupitia lugha yake na mambo mengine ya aina hiyo.
Mr. Bwana, we have had bilateral relations with Tanzania now for the past 30 years. Tell us about what the next 30 years look like. We don't have enough time, unfortunately, with you this afternoon, but there are lots of exciting things that are happening between the two countries.
First of all, we have maintained people-to-people relations. In the past 30 years, we have seen a lot of engagement between the governments of Tanzania and South Africa, but including also engagement between the people of our two countries. So today, we have a lot of memorandum of understandings. We have a lot of agreements. Our people come to each country. They go to Tanzania without having the need for a visa. They come to South Africa without the need for a visa. There are about 250 South African companies operating and enjoying the investment atmospheres in Tanzania. So you can see in the past 30 years, we have covered great length, and there is a lot more to cover in the coming 30 years because the opportunities both in South Africa and in Tanzania are massive, and they are growing with the advent of technology and the advent of growth. So my duty is to maintain these people-to-people connections and ensure that our people get their free opportunity to exercise freely whatever economic engagement they want to do in any of the two countries.
One of the best ways of maintaining that people-to-people relationship is tourism. I know that today you are onboarding some individuals that are going to be making the great trek on Kilimanjaro. Talk to us about the tourism opportunities as well in your country.
There are a lot of opportunities in Tanzania. We have a lot to offer beyond tourism. There are minerals aspects, there is agriculture, the land is massive, fertile, arable, and there is a lot in terms of climate, in terms of peaceful condition, where people can engage in economic activities in peace and harmony and deliver and obtain whatever they are planning to get. So in terms of tourism, as you rightly said, just this morning, we were rolling out the Trek for Mandela Special Executive Edition for the year 2025, where we are going to collect the executives here in South Africa and take them to the rooftop of the Mount Kilimanjaro. And it is an amazing opportunity. You should be there.
We really should. We'll have a conversation after the show, High Commissioner.
Definitely. And there is a lot more to offer for you and your colleagues in Zanzibar.
Yeah.
Amazing island, Spice Island, with a lot to offer in terms of leisure and a lot of amusement that you can get over there. They're even rare, the red monkeys, that you will never get them anywhere on earth except for Zanzibar.
Yes. Well, you can hear the passion with which High Commissioner James Bwana is speaking, and unfortunately we have run out of time. We are certainly going to have you on the show again. Thank you. Asante sana.
Asante sana.
Asante sana. And that does bring to an end our very special broadcast in celebration of Heritage Month with the Kiswahili team. It is now time for news.
that we are all going to live to remember.
And it's
Na
the 12th one running. Yeah, go ahead, Ayam.
Kuna hili swala la ushiriki na utofauti mkubwa kati ya mfumo wa kiutamaduni kati ya Tanzania na Afrika Kusini. Hili likoje?
Kimsingi unaongelea utamaduni wa Afrika Kusini na wa Afrika na wa Tanzania na unasema kwamba kuna utofauti mkubwa. Nisingesema mkubwa kwa sababu ukubwa ama udogo unategemeana na wewe unayelizungumzia umesimama katika engo gani. Lakini labda tuniseme kwamba ni kweli tofauti ipo. Tukianza tu mfano kwenye makabila. Tanzania tuna makabila 120. Afrika Kusini wana makabila 11. Tuna lugha nyingi Tanzania zinazotumika, lakini tumeunganishwa na lugha ya Kiswahili. Lakini Afrika Kusini pamoja na kwamba wana makabila mengi, wameunganishwa pia na lugha mbalimbali. Na tulishasema tangu mwanzo kwamba lugha ni kielelezo kimoja cha utamaduni. Kwa hiyo unaweza ukaona kwamba kwa tofauti hiyo kubwa ya lugha, kwa tofauti hiyo kubwa ya makabila, basi utofauti lazima utakuwepo, lakini hii yote ni katika taswira chanya ya kuonyesha utofauti na utajiri mkubwa wa utamaduni wa Mwafrika.
Na kwa kumalizia ni kwamba neno lako la mwisho kwa Waafrika lakini pia kwa Watanzania na Waafrika Kusini kiujumla kuhusiana na namna ya kuweza kuutunza na kuutukuza utamaduni wetu.
Lugha nyingi zinazotumika Afrika kwa maana ya Kiingereza, kwa maana ya Kifaransa, Kireno na lugha nyingine ni lugha ambazo asili yake sio ndani ya bara la Afrika. Na kwa upande wa lugha za asili za Afrika, Kiswahili ikiwa ni lugha mojawapo imeweza kuwa na wazungumzaji zaidi ya milioni 200. Na ni lugha ambayo hivi sasa inatumika katika mikutano ya kimataifa, katika Umoja wa Afrika, katika Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki, Jumuiya ya Maendeleo Kusini mwa Afrika. Kumbe lugha ya Kiswahili inaweza ikatumika kwa ufasaha kama kiunganishi cha bara zima la Afrika na ikaweza kuwa ni lugha inayoweza kuendeleza sasa mapambano kuelekea faida mbalimbali za kiuchumi na tukaweza kunufaika ipasavyo na fursa lukuki ambazo zinaweza zikapatikana kupitia matumizi ya lugha ya Kiswahili.
Na sifa za utamaduni ni zipi pengine?
Kama nilivyoeleza, utamaduni una vielelezo vingi, lakini ngoma, nyimbo, mashairi ni pamoja na vielelezo vya utamaduni. Zamani tulikuwa tuna wimbo unaelezea vielelezo vya utamaduni, ukisema vielelezo vya utamaduni ni kama vile ngoma, nyimbo, mashairi na ngonjera na muziki wa dansi. Haya, wale Waswahili wenzangu wamenielewa.
I have to understand exactly what was happening there. It's a rare sight and a special one to hear a High Commissioner singing.
And absolutely.
She was asking me about what features can we tell when we look at a nation to tell us now these are the features of a tradition of a particular country. So I was talking about the language, I was talking about the poems, musics, and so on and so forth. But in a musical mode, in a musical tone.
I love that. What genre of music is that?
This is Swahili.
It's okay. So, I mean, outside of just the cultural aspect, I think that economic ties are very important because that is what informs also just the movement of people between the two countries. Let's talk about the economic opportunities that are available between the two nations.
There are massive opportunities. As I said, Tanzania and South Africa have been engaging in diplomatic relations for more than 30 years now. And through the time, we have seen growing numbers of economic engagement, including companies from South Africa going to Tanzania to invest and engage in economic activities, and companies from Tanzania coming to the Republic of South Africa to engage in economic activities. So there are massive opportunities in all sectors of the economy because Tanzania, as you may rightly know, is endowed in many, many natural resources.
Yeah.
So there is a lot, and we still have a lot to offer for other Africans, South Africans, and anyone who has the capital who wants to come to Tanzania to invest and engage in economic activities, be it in tourism, hospitality industry, mining, agriculture, farming, and everything that they may think of doing. Tanzania has a lot to offer.
Sure, all right. Okay, I mean, we have come to the end of our conversation with the High Commissioner of Tanzania, and that is James Bwana. Remember that you can engage with us. Tell us if you have any last-minute conversations or questions that you have for him. It is at Channel Africa 1 on social media.
Mimi ni washukuru wale wote ambao wameweza kushiriki katika maonyesho haya ya kuweza kuadhimisha siku ya utamaduni kwa hapa nchini Afrika Kusini. Niwatakie kila laheri na karibuni sana Channel Africa. Asante balozi.
Asanteni sana.
All right. We have come to the end of the conversation. Thank you so much. Asante. Nyabonga. Maybe, because what are you doing to promote Swahili? I mean, it is the most widely spoken language on the continent.
More than 200 million people in the continent are speaking Swahili.
Are you going to have any programs to teach
Yes, we do.
South Africans? Do you currently have any?
So far, we are actually about to have Swahili being taught in the basic education.
Love it.
We have gone through the stages of the Memorandum of Understanding, and we are now finalizing the implementation, plans of actions, in order to make sure that Swahili is taught in languages here in South Africa at the elementary education level. But again, there are some universities, like the University of KwaZulu-Natal, like the University of Cape Town, where there are lecturers from the University of Dar es Salaam and the other areas who are teaching Swahili for the university graduate students who are in these universities. And we think that is, well, having Kiswahili taught, but at the highest level. But the most important thing would be to impart the Swahili skills at the basic and elementary levels.
Absolutely.
Something that we are in the final stages to finish with the Department of Education. And we are very, very proud that it is going to have a lot of impact in making sure that Swahili is widely spoken here in the Republic of South Africa.
That is fantastic news to hear. Well, you heard it here first. The MOU has been signed. They're at advanced stages of discussion there. It is 11 minutes after 5 Central African time. Thank you very much. It is the end of our special broadcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
think another one that stood out for me was Mr. Victor Yankees, who engaged with us at the Mitchell's Plain branch. He mentioned that metropolitan